Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this is Chicago related, and it's on the rise. 53% of Chicago adults have admitted that they do this. It's something they did as a kid, but they admit they do it as an adult, and it's on the rise. So what do you think that is? And it's not right. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. Something.
So you did it as a kid, and do you mean like child, or like teenager?
I would say it goes up to teenagers. Let's
Okay.
do 18 as the time you're an adult, because you can go fight for this country, but you can't have a beer.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, why would we change that law by now? Go on a separate rant here for that in a minute.
You're telling me they can ship me off to Vietnam, but I can't have a Bud Light Lime in my backyard?
What a travesty.
You literally could totally pull off having a Bud Light Lime in your backyard. That's just just everyone needs to relax.
You need to relax, because at Dave Matthews Band, I was chugging high noons in front of a cop in front of Northerly Island, and no one arrested me.
Every single person's like, it's ridiculous. You can't drink at this age. And they're all drinking at that age. Like, they all did.
No one cares. No one cares.
I think you finagled away.
Okay, so back to the fact, 53%, let's say 18 and up and then 18 below. We'll go as far as 18 as a kid. Do this as an adult. They shouldn't do this, but they do. They did it as a kid, and it's 53% of Chicagoans.
I'm going to say shoplift.
Shoplift is a good answer.
I just feel like a lot of people sneak like I those one water. Come on, relax.
Now, are you be doing that or what?
No, but I did. And I got in big trouble for it when I was underage. When I was in 8th grade, I got arrested.
Underage shoplifting.
To be honest, it was a complete peer pressure situation, and I can prove it because I spent a bunch of money at the store and stole a 99-cent lip gloss because I felt so guilty. Spent significantly more money than I would have wanted to just to try to make up for it. Still got arrested, and then I was grounded the entire summer because it happened on the 3rd day of summer break.
Wait, did you get arrested like in handcuffs?
Yes.
Whoa.
They do that even in 8th grade.
That's hot for some reason.
I was in 8th grade. I really want to double down on that. In case you're interested in retracting your statement.
I can't retract it now. We're past the dump delay button here. I can't dump it.
But you could verbally retract it anytime you want.
You could be like, didn't mean that. You leave R. Kelly, define teenage. Good Lord.
It's too. No one cares. Just like drinking at 18. No one cares.
Oh, my God.
All right.
All right, so shoplifting, underage shoplifting. Case, what do you think it is? So 53% of Chicagoans do this as an adult. They should only have done it. You get a pass as a kid, let's say, but you don't get one as an adult.
Sucking on your thumb.
Suck it on the thumb.
Yeah.
Dude. Why are you saying it like that?
It's kind of, I wonder if I started doing it again, if it would hit the way that it used to.
You should get a pacifier.
I should.
He walks in and he goes, oh, no, in your mouth. It's going down.
It's incredible because, and you know this, Kenzie, but Harper, when she finally got rid of that pacifier, it was really only like one bad weekend of yelling and screaming and uncomfortableness. But when she was having a bad time, you put that pacifier in, it's just like chilled. It was like Ambien, we used to call it.
Marino will fall over and then start hysterically crying and put a pacifier in his mouth, and it just moves 100 miles an hour, and he stops crying. You won't be able to pry that pacifier into my cold, dead hands. He can have it when he goes to college, for all I care. I'm not weaning him off of his one source of happiness.
All right, so we come back after Lincoln Park, 2.5 minutes away. We'll tell you what the fact is. 53% of Chicagoans admit to doing this as an adult, and you get a pass as a kid doing this, but not as an adult. We'll tell you what it is in 2.5 minutes. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We will do an appropriate pour one out for Ozzy Osbourne. Tragically passed away yesterday at the age of 76. That one's not a surprise. Usually we surprise you with our pour one outs a little bit, but coming up we have a lot of audio to play that you probably haven't heard before anywhere. So sit back and we'll honor the man, the Prince of Darkness. First, the fact that makes your brain go. And 53% of Chicagoans do this as an adult. You get a pass doing this as a kid, but not as an adult. So this is more than half adults out there in Chicagoland, half of y'all listening. So Kenzie said shoplifting, and that I think
What?
I think that's probably accurate, just not today's fact, but it's probably accurate that many people are doing that. Mm-hmm. That's why everything's behind a case
I
at
see everyone
Walgreens.
put that water under their car and go, oh my God, no idea when I get back to my car. I'm like, you knew.
Yeah.
Took you 10 minutes to get it down there. It's heavy as hell.
And everything's locked up now at the store anyway half the time. You go in there,
Oh, boy. All right, Grandpa Simpson.
can I have some Sudafed? Oh, it's locked up. I'm not making meth. I have a stuffy nose. Okay. Back to Case, who said it is
Sucking on your thumb.
sucking on your thumb, which I've seen one adult in the past couple months sucking their thumb.
Was it me?
It was not you. Not you. But I did see an adult doing it. I wasn't sure at first. Thought they were like, sometimes you bite a fingernail a little bit, but then the thumb stayed in there quite a bit.
Okay.
But it's not either of those things. What it is, 53% of Chicagoans admit, as adults, they have peed in the pool. So more than half are peeing in the pool.
Gross.
I haven't been, I have not been in a pool this year yet. Kenzie has a community pool in her neighborhood.
Yeah.
So,
The neighborhood pool.
yeah, so think
No
about that.
strangers.
Yeah, think about that now.
Ugh.
So when you sit there and look around, half the people there have peed in the pool.
Yeah, well, most of them were kids, so I can see that tracking for sure.
You get a pass as a kid. You get a pass peeing
I
in the
don't
pool.
think so. Like, besides, like, babies who are in the pull-ups, you don't get a pass. Because, like, I'm like that with my, like, nieces and nephews. I'm like, if you have to go to the bathroom, you tell me, don't do that. And I'll rip. I caught one of my nieces doing it. I ripped her out by, like, the top of her hair. I'm like, get out.
I remember the pool growing up. There was one called Plumber Pool. And you know how they have adult swim? They blow the whistle and all the kids got to get on. It's adult swim. So, old people can just do they can walk through the water or whatever. I was like, they're stretching out.
Kids are just crying, holding their floaties.
And as a kid, Adult Swim might as well last 19 hours.
Oh, my God. It's like 15 minutes.
It's the longest time period there's ever
Because
been.
what are you supposed to do when you're sitting on a stone slab and it's like 95 degrees? It's not like there's a park next to you. Like, what are they supposed to do? It's the dumbest concept ever. Let these old people get 5 minutes while every other kid just screams bloody murder anyways because they can't get in the pool.
The Golden Girls walk in there and they just stroll in. They're doing their little backstroke.
Here comes Blanche.
They're wearing those bathing suits from like the 1920s that are down to their ankles.
Like, just say the pool's open an hour later if you're under 95 or whatever it is. And
So-
like this,
This pool blew the whistle and said Adult Swim, and then adults started going in, and I ran back and just jumped in, and a lifeguard started screaming at me. He goes, "Get out of the pool, it's Adult Swim." And I go, "I gotta pee."
That's disgusting.
You jumped in a pool to go pee?
Yeah, I jumped in
That's
there.
messed up,
Yeah, I
man.
had to go, the bathroom was way far away, and I had to go pee, and so it's right there. I jumped back in, and man, those old people, they moved faster than they have in like 15 years to get out of that pool. I peed, though. I said, I gotta pee.
That's disgusting.
Somebody paid for me to be here. Right? It was like $1 to go in that public pool. Got it done, though.
That's nasty.
Casey, ever peed in a pool
Oh, yeah.
recently?
You guys, this is nasty. Get out.
Get out.
It means that you think you're more important than everybody else. That's just disgusting.
But sometimes, you just have to go in the water around you makes you think it's okay.
But you as an adult should know it's not.
53% of Chicagoans peeing in the pool.
But the chlorine cancels it out. It's no different than anything else.
There's only so much chlorine that you can safely pour in a pool. If every adult in there is going to that's disgusting.
Have like 17 Bud Light limes and you let that big urination out. All the chlorine's gone.
Chlorine cancels it out. Maybe if there was one person in there, but now there's like 45. Good Lord.
So I guess we all got to agree to stop peeing in the pool, but there's no evidence. Can you dust for pee? Can the cops come and go, yeah, it was you? Is there DNA markers for Kenzie crimes? You can do that, Kenzie? Can you know anything on that?
If I can pull pee DNA out of pools?
If you can mark pee from a
I
person.
don't know if there's been a murder in the pool where they were hoping the guy also peed. I haven't seen that yet.
We don't want his blood. Let's just see if he checked to see if he peed in the pool.
That's next Tuesday's Kenzie's Crimes. That's a new edition of that. She has a murder in the pool where the guy peed while he was murdering the person. They caught him by his pee.
I'll have to chat GPT and see if it ever happened.
Yeah, there you go. There's the fact that makes your brain go. All right, coming up here, an incredible pour one out for the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away yesterday at the age of 76. Tragically, we have some audio that you've most likely never heard involving Ozzy Osbourne, all coming up in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We have the Ozzy Osbourne 7th inning stretch coming up in sports. We'll recap sports. But Terry checked in from Bensonville and said, well, you've got to open up sports with the double features open you played at 6 o'clock. So usually we play the double features. They're our house band. We love these guys. You should follow them on Instagram, Facebook, the double features, twin brothers that do our song. And they did a special one for Ozzy today that's kind of tied in to our intro song. So enjoy it as we go into sports. Beautiful.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Oh, beautiful night at Wrigley. Cubs rebound from 2 losses in a row to crush the Royals 6-0. Cubs left-hander Matthew Boyd was cruising, retired the first 11 hitters before he even faced a little bit of rough patch. But they end up winning 6-0. And this was one part of it last night with Seiya Suzuki and his RBI single.
Fly ball, softly hit, fall in, falls for a hit. In to score is Shaw. Horner will move up. And the Cubs add on. It's 4-0.
Now, the White Sox were trying to go for 5 in a row. Is that right? They won the series, and they won yesterday, the day before, I should say.
Would have been 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
Would have felt good.
They were down 4-0. But they made a great comeback. Not enough to lose, not enough to win, I should say, but they lost 4-3. But it did have Colson Montgomery's first home run of his MLB career. And here's what that sounded like.
Potential double play.
Montgomery deep to right field. Back he goes. His first big league home run. An absolute no-doubter coming here in Tampa. And the Sox only down by 1 now here in the 7th.
Great attempt on the comeback there. By the way, Colson Montgomery, 23 years old from Holland, Indiana, representing. But wasn't enough, but still a nice, great comeback. Very entertaining on the White Sox. Bears training camp has fully begun. I remind you, we're 18 days from Bears-Dolphins at Soldier Field.
Wow.
18 days from the first preseason game. And now let's get to it in honoring Ozzy all day today, sadly passing away at the age of 76. It is the greatest 7th-inning stretch of all time at Wrigley Field. Here it is. Enjoy.
All right, Chicago. I want to hear a real crazy crowd start singing with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go out to the water. Let's go out to the river. Take me in. I don't remember what I have to do. Run out of the water. 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Now let's get some runs. Come on, don't mess around. Let's get some runs, guys.
Kerry Wood is looking up at the booth with his most confused look on his face.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for music entertainment news. And the only thing to talk about today is pouring one out for Ozzy Osbourne.
How do I
incredibly sad as Ozzy passed away yesterday at the age of 76. He was fighting Parkinson's. There's no cause of death at this time. Just a couple weeks ago, the Back to the Beginning show was the farewell live performance of Ozzy and Black Sabbath just a couple weeks ago. And there was no indication outside that he was on death's door. I think Kelly Osbourne said just 2 days ago or yesterday before this announcement that her dad was not on death's door, and then he did pass away, sadly. 76 years old, a guy that led pretty much the best life in history. Because not only as a rock star, reality TV show star, he did everything to kill himself in a way and didn't. And he made it all the way to 76. He sold 100 million albums, is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice with Black Sabbath and as a solo artist, Ozzy. For me personally, Blizzard of Oz was kind of my entry point into music. I talked about Van Halen on the show, but Blizzard of Oz and Crazy Train, and I started playing guitar, and the first thing you do is try to learn Crazy Train. I guarantee all the bands we have coming up, Alien Ant Farm, I See Yellow Card, we have Jack White, The Cure, Imagine Dragons, every guitar player, Hozier, all in those bands, everybody that plays guitar in those bands, the first song they do, one of the first songs you learn, or at least has played Crazy Train before.
Do you remember the first time you heard it? Because I was thinking yesterday, I say this about the song Everlong a lot, where I'm like, man, I'm just so thankful that we actually live in the same timeline as when this song existed. But I've only known a post-Crazy Train, a PCT, if you will, a post-Crazy Train universe. I can't imagine hearing that song when it wasn't baked into popular culture the way it was for me, because you just, you go to a basketball game, you go to a football game, you hear Crazy Train even if you don't know exactly what it is. But when it, that must have been just a mind-blowing experience.
When you just first hear All Aboard. Go ahead, Kenzie.
No, I was going to say, Case, I'll do you one more, because you're looking at Ozzy, and, everybody has the Ozzy. I would say, 55-year-old Ozzy is the image people have in their mind. Kind of the circle glasses, a little older. 21-year-old Ozzy, beautiful. Stunningly gorgeous. Should have been in a Pantene commercial. It's unbelievable. When you see him, you're like, good Lord, go share it. You know what I mean? I understand what was happening.
And even by that point, he was doing every drug possible.
Yeah.
But it didn't wear him down at that point. He still looked good in his 50s even, but when you hear that, like you said, you heard that opening thing, the Crazy Train. Like you said, it became like Everlong, just this thing. It's not an old song. It's not a new song. It's just incredible with the feeling.
That's like me in a band, spinning something. That's what I imagine. This is where I can participate. Yeah. I can do the intro.
And then you think about all the Sabbath stuff that came out 10 or 15 years before this.
Yeah.
And that stuff sounds like it could come out now.
Yeah, I guess. So he gets kicked out of Sabbath for being an alcoholic and drug addict. They were friends growing up, and over in England. They kick him out. He almost dies. Sharon finds him, gets it together because she's a smart businesswoman. He puts out this album. It does bigger than probably any Sabbath album before.
Because he's 31 when this came out, right?
This is 80. Let's see, what year exactly was this?
Wasn't he in his 30s when he dropped his first solo?
Yeah, probably 30s.
Right?
Yeah. Wizard of Oz was 1980. So he was 76, and now it's 2025.
Okay, let's see if you can figure this out.
I'm really struggling with you doing that. Can you just Google how old he was when it dropped?
So he was born in 48, and Blizzard of Oz came out in 80. So 50, 80s, 10, 60, 80s, 20, 70, 80s, 30s, 32. 32 when Blizzard of Oz came out.
I said 31. I was so close.
But apparently he got $90,000 in a settlement for getting fired from Black Sabbath. He went to a hotel and just started doing drugs, cocaine, alcohol, whatever he could do. And that's where Sharon found him. He went through all that money pretty quick.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Cocaine's pricey.
But her dad had managed Black Sabbath, and he said, you can have Ozzy if you want, I don't care. So she managed Ozzy, and then she turned out, of course, saying, I'll show you, Dad, and she did, and helped to turn him into what it was. You remembering all the Ozfest at Tinley Park, the memories I have of going down there for Ozfest there and at Alpine Valley. There were just such memories, and changed the concert business without question. We wouldn't have the festivals we have today if it wasn't for Ozfest.
Right.
We wouldn't have reality TV if it wasn't for the Osbournes. Like it is now anyway. There already was the Challenge, MTV, and stuff like that. I know I bring up the Challenge.
I do love of proof of what, and you can say what you will because their entire life has been on camera and they've been, highly, visualized, everything has been projected. But it shows what a healthy relationship can actually do for you, lift you up and help you out of things. And I do like that because most of the time when you see celebrity and you see it's it's all, it's very, very toxic and it's things falling apart. And it's so I did always love that. Like, despite their faults, I always felt like it was a very loving, close family. And I love that about them, because it's maybe not what you imagine when you imagine Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne. And he was probably the most loving, husband and father on TV.
Without question, despite, all that he did, like with Motley Crue, he snorted ants.
Hey.
And lived.
And
he lived another 50 years after that.
Lived through all of this.
Oh, my God. And to Kenzie's point, I had the privilege of meeting his daughter, Amy, who wasn't on the Osbournes last year, but I was at an event and Amy Osbourne was around and somebody tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "Do you know who that is?" And I go, "No." They're like, that's Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, Amy. And I got to talk to her for a second. She was delightful, like a down-to-earth, normal human.
Yeah.
And you can't believe that that's an offspring of the Osbourne. But I think all of his kids have done incredibly well for themselves.
Yeah, there's a funny scene from the Osbournes. We might as well start there with some of this audio of where Sharon's trying to give him those paper things you put in your tongue and they melt.
Like a breath mint.
But she tells him...
Listerine patches
Yeah,
that melted.
the strips.
Yes.
Strips. And she tells him it's gum and tries to get Ozzy to try one. This is from the Osbournes back in the early 2000s. Whoops, sorry, I want to get rid of Al. Sorry, Crazy Train. You got to take a pause here while we go to the Osbournes. And here it is.
Taste this.
No, I don't want to taste it.
Yes, you do.
What is it?
Taste it.
What is it? Cyanide?
No, taste it.
What
It's gum. It's a new gum.
You winding me up?
No, taste it.
It's a f***ing stamp. Nothing there.
Do you like it?
Crap, it disappeared.
It's just meant to freshen your mouth.
It's not gum, then you lied to me.
Well, I'd wanted you to try that.
Horrible.
I don't like it.
Oh, thanks a lot.
God, what a show. What a show. And just to recap a little bit, just a couple weeks ago, Ozzy passing away yesterday at the age of 76, here was him performing, which we'll have Billy Corgan on tomorrow, who performed in this as well just 2 weeks ago with What Sabbath Meant to the Pumpkins and Billy Corgan. This was Ozzy's last vocal performance. Killed it. Before he died, he had Parkinson's, back surgery. He couldn't even stand up, and they said he wasn't going to perform at all, and he still killed it. Amazing. This does bring back memories of the Ozfest over in Tinley Park all those years. Also, the bat incident, how he bit head off a bat, which is what people remember Ozzy for. Some people only remember that. Here he is on Letterman in 1982 talking about that incident.
What actually happened was I get a lot of weird people at my concerts. Like, it's kind of rock and roll, Somebody threw a bat on stage, and I thought it was one of these toy bats. So I picked it up, bite the thing's head off, and suddenly everybody's freaking out because it's a real bat. Because, on the stage set, the bat goes, asleep when the lights go on it.
So it was, for all practical purposes, a toy bat.
Yeah, but I can assure you the rabies shots that I went through afterwards aren't fun.
No, they're painful, I understand.
Very painful.
Now, did you know immediately, not having bitten into...
Well, I've eaten some pretty rough chicken on the road,
But the funny thing is the explanation, people are like, oh, okay. And I'm like, but why'd you want to bite the head off of a toy bat?
Right? Yep, yeah.
It wasn't like, well, naturally, you had to bite it and rip into that bad boy. I don't know.
Here was Henry Rollins talking about Sabbath's influence on a lot of the bands that we play. This is why Ozzy affected everyone without question, which is rare. Artists affect certain genres or just certain people here and there, but definitely affected everybody. Here's Henry Rollins talking about Sabbath.
I was a very alienated young person, and when I heard Black Sabbath, I realized my life had a soundtrack. And I was very well acquainted with FM music, where the singers sounded really wonderful and the riffs were all about love and the guitars were very restrained. And in the back of my school bus, I was about 14 or 15 years old, someone had a cassette copy of the Paranoid album. And I heard that, and I heard Ozzy Osbourne's voice, and I heard these riffs that were room clearing. And I realized there were some people out there using music to make great statements. When I heard the song Iron Man, a song about a guy who gets so mad at the people he wanted to be friends with that he goes out and he basically levels them. High school became powerless over me after that.
That was me. That was me pretty much when I heard Iron Man too.
That's the most Henry Rollins clip I've ever heard.
He never sounds calm. He always,
No. He's always got to fight somebody. I don't know why.
He can sell you.
That did sound oddly angry.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Kenzie, next time Henry Rollins comes around, you got to go to a show and see Henry Rollins.
I don't want to get yelled at.
I got bad news for you. You're going to a Henry Rollins show. You're going to get yelled at.
He's the best. He's the best. Some more audio I want to play for you. And then we're going to play actually Youngblood at the show 2 weeks ago did Changes, the Sabbath song. It's so goosebump inducing. We'll play that in a few seconds, and we'll get to the Wrigley Field, the seventh inning stretch. One more piece I wanted to play you. When Ozzy was on South Park during Chef Aid, people remember this. And you know how South Park, at least at one point during the episode, what happens? Well, it happened.
And now here he is, TV's Ozzy Osbourne!
TV's
We're
Ozzy
all here to
Osbourne.
help our good friend Chef, who has touched our lives in the past. I remember when I was just starting out, Chef suggested I buy a pompadour hat. I thought he said, bite the head off a bat. So I did. And the rest? Oh, it's just history. Now let's go crazy! Ain't nowhere to run! Ain't nowhere to hide! Come on!
Oh my God! Ozzy Osbourne bit Kenny's head off! You bastard!
Charming.
So good. And let's see. Yvette checked in from Aurora. She said, I've got to hear the seventh inning stretch from Wrigley Field. So let's play that.
Iconic.
So iconic when Ozzy and Sharon got up. And this was was it a Dodgers-Cubs game, I believe?
Cubs-Dodgers game, because I believe at one point he does say, let's root for the Dodgers in this.
And, you have to take back to 2003. All the dugouts, I've never seen this happen before, clear to walk on the field to look up at the press box to see what the hell is going on.
All right, Chicago. I want to hear a real crazy crowd start singing with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go out to the bar. Let's go out to the river. Take me in and bring us in. I don't remember what I have to do. Run out of the garden. 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yeah, let's get some runs. Come on, don't mess around. Let's get some runs, guys. Don't mess around out there.
Don't mess around. Come on.
Play some. That's for you, Yvette, and Aurora, and everybody in Aurora that you wanted to pass that on to. Ozzy Osbourne, 76 years old, tragically passed away yesterday. But I think we can honor the beautiful life and the incredible influence he had. And Youngblood playing the Riv, a sold-out Q101 show. I think it's in September.
September 12th at the Riv.
Yeah, we're going to get him in the studio. He sang the Black Sabbath song Changes 2 weeks ago in that farewell Ozzy Black Sabbath show. And he was a very big, adopted by Ozzy in a way. So let's play that right now.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.